we're heading towards the entrance back to Home Grange. You can see Smith's Gallops there. I'm not going to bother risking going back along there. I did see a set of racehorses crossing the road on the way here, but yeah, I'm going to go this way back today. So yeah, some interesting conversations I've had with clients and at parent coffee mornings has been about the challenges of having a child that's different, and I think that's a much nicer way of putting it. I don't like special needs, or I'm starting to realise that actually labelling a child as autistic or labelling them as ADHD, sometimes it's helpful and sometimes it really isn't. And it's just, I think sometimes it's helpful if you're connected with somebody who understands. But people hear the word autism and expect it to be one thing, and it's not. And I think it's about educating people that they actually understand difference. And also we were talking about children understanding difference. Siblings have a very good idea of why they're different, and why maybe an approach is taken with them that is different to the approach that is taken to the child with differences, because they're different. And that is true of everybody. Everybody is an individual, and I know I can relate to that to not just children, but adults as well, because we all have differences in our approaches to parenting, in our approaches to work colleagues, in our approaches to methods of working, in our approaches to just life in general, what we think is acceptable, what we think is not. The line can be stretched in a liberal sense and a very conservative one, and none of us are the authority, and I think that is when conflict arises, when people can't just accept that people are different. We often get we've talked about strangers. A lot of parents have talked about strangers trying to tell them how to parent when they've absolutely no idea, and quite often might start to try and take over, and that can happen even with two parents, and that's even more difficult. But really, it's nobody's business. And it's difficult. It is really difficult. And we're talking about all those things can put stress on your life. That was something that came out in Stress Talk as well, because if you worry about what absolutely everybody thinks about you, it's just a waste of energy. And sometimes you can't do anything about that, and I know lots of people, everybody wants, I assume most people that I talk to want people to like them. Not many people that don't really give a toss. But really, that's the better, that actually is the better way to think. It's much more healthy to say, who are those people to me? Who is that person to me? If that person is upsetting me, do I really, what they're saying, do I agree with it? Is there any truth in it? Is it just their opinion? Can I take anything away from that? And if it just feels like they're having a go at you, try and take the emotion out of it and think, can I learn anything from it? And if it really is just genuine abuse, then you think, well, I don't need that person in my life. I don't really care what they think. Let it go. And I think that's a really valuable thing, and that's taken me a lot of work over the years, is to realise who is important Who's important in your life? Who are the people that genuinely care about you and you really should listen to, and who are the people that you really shouldn't, and they're just a negative impact on your life. And obviously if those people are family, you need to work on that, because you need that relationship. But if it's really, some people do have to walk away from the family because it's such a negative impact on their lives that it's the best thing to do for them. And that's what's important. What is best for you? Right, I'm at a gate now and Hamish is waiting for me to open it. He says, what are you doing talking to yourself? So I better do the gate.